Good afternoon and welcome to Your Stocks. I'm Pavitra Parekh. We have lots of queries which have come in. We're going to get to all of those in just a bit with our experts. But first up, a look at the market, which has moved off the lows at least. So that's the good news. It is still seeing a cut of around 60 points. This has been a weak market ever since the word go. So for now, you have around a 60-point cut that you're seeing on the index. 19,480 is where we're at. The mid-cap index is also around 0.2% lower. And for today, like we've been pointing out, it's really been the banks, the large private banks, which have been the problem area. So that continues to see some pressure around 210 points in terms of a cut for the Nifty bank. We'll talk more about the market and individual stocks, of course. But first up, let me invite our guests on the show. We have Vaishali Parekh from Prabhudas Lilladher as well as Astha Jain from Hem Securities to answer all of your stock-related queries. So thank you very much for joining us, Vaishali, as well as Astha. We have lots of queries which have come through. So let's get straight to it. We have Edyanath who writes to us from Kerala. Now, he says he has 100 shares of Jubilant Foodworks, which he bought at 511 rupees a piece. He also has 50 shares of LIC Housing, which he bought at 375. He's saying that he has a medium-term kind of perspective, doesn't want to look beyond that, and wants your advice on both of these. So on LIC Housing, I think he is seeing a bit of a cut, but on Jubilant Food, he is seeing a little bit of a profit. So on both of these, he wants to know whether he should hold or sell. Asa, coming to you first on both of these stocks, take us through what your call is, but only from a medium-term perspective, because I think he's not willing to hold beyond a couple of years.
Okay, hi, Pavitra, good afternoon. So first of all, talking about Jubilant Foodworks, I think he can hold his stock for the medium-term perspective. Here, at the initial level, price target can be set at around 555. So if I talk about Jubilant Foodworks, despite the company has seen the pressure in their input costs, they have they are able to show some improvement in the margins. So that is looking strong to us because it is on the back of various initiatives which the company has taken, like new menu addition they have done, improvement in the supply chain management, etc. So I think all these things are working in the favor of the company, and that's why we have seen the results were on an average note. So all in all, I think Jubilant Foodwork is still looking good to us. From the medium-term perspective, price target can be set at around 555. Now, talking about LIC Housing Finance, the results were good, especially if I talk about the bottom line. They have shown the growth in bottom line of around 10 to 12% on year-on-year basis. In fact, management has also hinted that in the coming year, they can expect the growth in their AUM. So that is looking positive to us. And in fact, whatever growth management has shown in the better bottom line, that is on the basis of some sort of PLR hikes they have taken. In fact, they have done they have a strong liability management also, because majority of their liabilities are at fixed rate. So looking after all this, LIC Housing Finance is also looking good to us from the medium-term perspective. I think the company will continue to show strong performance going ahead, and that's why we are maintaining hold on the stock. Price target can be set at around 465 to 475 at the initial levels.
Okay, let's also see what the charts are looking like for both of these. Vaishali, if you're looking at a medium-term kind of view, do you think the charts for these are supportive for both Jubilant Food as well as LIC Housing?
Very good afternoon. Yes, so talking about Jubilant Food first, I think the stock has been consolidating for a very long time, and now we are seeing it making an attempt for a new round of momentum. So first we saw that it did make a high of 532 and it has retraced. So currently it is at a very good support. So in fact, I would say he can even add more at these levels. Stop loss also is very favorable, say around 485. And once we see a breach of 535 levels, we would be looking at a target of 550 to 560. Now, as far as LIC Housing Finance is concerned, it's already got into an uptrend. And I would say right now we are seeing the price of 426. I would say it is a strong uptrend. Keep in mind, one can add more at 400 levels also with the support of 400, because yes, as you're saying, for a short term or a medium term trading target, we would be looking at a target of 520 to 540. So, so 450 to 460, and further, if he has the capability of holding for long, I would look at a target of 520. So my take on these two are positive for now.
Okay, got it. Positive take on both of these. By the way, those are all right. That is the word coming in from the management. The stock is seeing some pressure. It's down around 3% right now after its results did come through. But with that, we do need to get into a short break. You don't go anywhere because we still have Vaishali and Astha with us, and we still have all of your stock queries which have come through. So we're going to take those up on the other side. Welcome back. You're still tuned into Your Stocks, and we still have Vaishali and Astha with us. Vaishali, Astha, sorry to keep you waiting. It's just the thick of the earnings season, so we have a lot of these, boardrooms coming through, and we do have to address them. But with that, let's get to our next query. We have Meenakshi, who writes to us from Karnataka. She holds 50 shares of GMR bought at 45 and 50 shares of Indiabulls Housing Finance as well, which she bought at 115. She's a short-term investor and wants to know what she should do with both of these and the prospects. Vaishali, coming to you first, and take us through what you think about Indiabulls Housing for starters, because this one has been weak for a very long time. Luckily, her buy price is also quite low. But do you think, from a short-term perspective, it makes sense to hold on, or would you, tell her to just take profits and get out?
Well, I would say for Indiabulls Housing, it has got into a trend, and I think it is pretty strong. So, if having patience, keep a trailing stop loss of 155, and in all likelihood, this stock still has a lot of upside going towards 180 and so on. So, I would say just hold it for some time with a trailing stop loss and enjoy the higher gains of around 180 to 200 levels. So, that's what my view is for Indiabulls Housing.
Okay, and what about GMR as well?
So GMR, I would say yes, if it's absolutely for a short term, if the stock is absolutely in an overbought zone, and I think she can book partial profit and maybe wait for a dip to get into the trade again.
Okay, so that is the call on both GMR and Indiabulls from a technical perspective. Asa, coming to you, how do these ones look, for a short-term investor? So not too much of a time horizon, but do you think it makes sense to hold on to these?
So if I talk about GMR Airport, definitely it's a hold with a price target of 55 to 60 because this company has a largest stake in India's two largest airport, that is Delhi and Hyderabad. Now they are looking forward to increase more terminals also. I think the impact will be seen in H2 FY24. Apart from that, we are seeing that there has been increase in the air traffic also. And if I talk about only the domestic air traffic, then it is plus 20% pre-COVID levels. So that is looking very strong to us. I think GMR Airport is well placed right now because this industry is basically a high monopoly industry, and therefore it is very regulated one. But still, the way this company is expanding, I think it will be a beneficiary in the long term. So I think GMR Airport is looking good, and it can be a hold with a price target of 55 to 60.
Okay, you can hold on to GMR. That's the view from Astha. Let's also get to our next query. We have Anand, who writes in from Pune. He has 50 shares of Dr. Lal PathLab, which he bought at 2200. The stock is currently around 2300. He's a medium-term investor and wants to know whether to book his profits or stay invested. Astha, coming to you on this one, take us through what you think about this. Bought at 2200. And also, there's a lot of the pharma companies have started doing well now. Do you think within the pharma pack, this is a good pick?
Yes, this is a good pick. So we are recommending hold with a price target of 2500. So if I talk about this company in particular, now they are introducing various new concepts, like now this super specialty test which they are introducing. I think that will be helping company in boosting its financial performance, because these are, specialties or super specialties are such streams where the margins are really very high. So I think that will be helping the company in showing strong financial performance going ahead. So overall, I think pharma companies are well placed right now, and especially if I talk about the diagnostic companies, Dr. Lal PathLab is looking strong. So a hold from our side, price target can be set at around 2500.
Okay, hold on to Dr. Lal PathLabs. That is view from Asa. Vaishali, what do you think of this one? How is this looking on the charts? And do you think you would recommend that he stay invested in this?
Actually, chartically, if I go to see, it's showing some sign of profit booking. So I would say keep a stop loss of 2250. Otherwise, 2500 is the resistance. So observe a support band of 2250 and resistance of 2500. That's my view for LalPath.
Okay, by the way, those are BEML's numbers flashing. Net loss of around 75 crores versus the loss of 80 crores earlier. The revenue is down around 14% if you look at it on a year-over-year basis. So there is, that component which has come through. I think the EBITDA loss has come in at 50 crores. This is versus the EBITDA loss of around 55 crores. This is in last year. The stock has actually, after the initial dip, picked up a little bit. Asa, your take on BEML and also some of these other companies like Mazagon Dock, like MTAR, which saw a sharp cut today. I know these have been favorites of the stock market for a while, but just the earnings this time around?
I I think that's a favorite because now the government has a significant focus on this defense and all capex which the government is doing. So that's why we are seeing the kind of momentum these companies are showing. So I need to see the results in detail, but whatever results you are right now telling, I think the results are looking quite okay because order inflow is a key to, this company's results. So I really need to look about the order inflow and the order book as of now. So I think if it is strong enough, then definitely BML is a hold from my side. So I think looking after the details, I can a little bit analyze more. But at prima facie, I think if someone has this stock in the holding, then they can continue with it.
All right, that is the view on BEML and the defense pack. With that, Vaishali, Asta, we're going to wrap up on this edition of Your Stocks. But thank you, as always, for taking out the time and speaking to us about these queries which have come through. Thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, if you do have any queries on anything stock related, email us and we will take it up with our experts. I'm going to wind down on this edition, but stay tuned because closing bell is up next for the final hour of trade.